Good morning and welcome to the Bowling University studio from the International Bowling Campus in Arlington, Texas. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kelly Bednar and I'll be your host for this episode of the Bowling University Tuesday Morning Profit Break. The Tuesday Morning Profit Break is an opportunity for sharing insights on how to grow revenue, reduce costs, and enrich yourself, your team, and your business. We have another great show to share with you today. Welcome to our new viewers and welcome back to those joining us again. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy day. So grab your cup of coffee or your favorite morning beverage and let's get started improving your profitability. Today with us is a returning special guest, Mr. Bob Pacanovsky, an entrepreneur from over 25 years, primarily in the hospitality industry. Bob has walked in your shoes, has done every job in each of his companies, and has experienced both the highs and lows when it comes to doing business. What do 25 National Pro Football Team Hall of Fame induction parties and creating over 7,000 meetings and events have in common? Well, all of them have received the black tie experience, courtesy of today's guest. Bob has achieved professional member status of the National Speakers Association, obviously I haven't, and has spoken to companies and conferences on the national, state, and regional level. He is a great friend of ours in the industry, speaking at Bowl Expo and more than a dozen of our state associations. Bob is back with us today, giving us a peek into his presentation at the Bowling Summit. Bob, thank you so much for taking a few minutes and giving us a few tips here as a teaser to the summit.
Kelly, it's great to be back. I love coming here, so thank you very much.
Well, let's dive right into this.
Yeah.
First question here is, as we get ready to move into 2022, what is a key component that operators will need to focus on as it relates to customer service?
That's a great question, Kelly, because everybody, we talk about customer service, and then we talk about customer experience and how we should get to that. But I think there's a missing link, which is the key component to that, which sometimes we don't think about, and that is what I call the power of hospitality. And it plays a big role in moving from just customer service to customer service experience. Now,
you have a different definition of hospitality. Can you tell a little about that?
I do, and I think it. Because I understand that a lot of us are in the hospitality industry, but my definition is the art, and I truly believe it's an art, but it's that art of making a personal connection between you and someone else. So it's really about being in the people business first and foremost. Now, I know we always talk about that we're in the people business, but sometimes, things get in our way and we don't focus on our customers first, that personal one-on-one connection that hospitality is really all about. Hospitality is about welcoming strangers and turning them into loyal fans. And so we need to make sure that when we talk to our staff, that I understand you may be in the bowling business, but I believe first and foremost, you're in the people business doing bowling. And that's what hospitality to me is all about.
Now, your title for the summit's presentation is the 5 essential laws of hospitality. What do you mean by that?
Well, so it's really what I looked at is once we figured out that we were in the hospitality business, then what were those principles? What were those laws that we needed to do under hospitality to move our customers from just that one and done to what I call those brand ambassadors? And my definition of a brand ambassador is someone who can't wait to tell the stories of how you make them feel. So these 5 laws go into a natural order. Now, we should be doing these. Law number 1, that leads to 2, 3, 4, so on. Now, I should tell you, and I don't want to give too much away for the keynote, prior to the keynote, but we should be doing all 4 of these laws all the time. The 5th law, the last law, well, that's the one that we should do every once in a while, or once we add that 5th law into these 4, we hopefully will create these experiences rooted in hospitality that now people will want to come back, and more importantly, they're going to help you do the marketing for your center because they're going to start telling their friends, their colleagues about how you're making them feel when they're at your center. So the 5 laws, we're going to have a really good thought process on all 5. I'm going to give you good examples on what each of them are, and then you can take these back to your center, implement them with your staff, and start moving forward.
Okay, I know you're not going to give us all 5 today, but is there one that kind of stands out from the rest of them that you can share with us?
Yes, I think so, and I think it's the third law. See, the third law is what I call the law of trust. And once your customers trust you, and you make it easy for them to do business with you, then look out, because you can really start doing a lot more with them. And that's laws 4 and 5 will then come right after law 3. But I will tell you this, that if you don't earn their trust, then you're going to have to start back at the beginning at law number 1 and make sure that you have laws number 1 and 2 down. Get that law of trust firmly cemented into your business, and then you can move to 4 and 5.
Okay, and we've had many conversations. You've been with us many, many times. You've used the word a couple of times for me, and I don't even know if it's a word. Is rememberable even a word? What do you mean when you say rememberable?
I don't even think it's a word, but I'm making it up.
Okay, it's a word now. Bob says so.
Yeah, it's a word. Because, and here's what I mean by it. See, yes, we can have memories, but yet when we remember something, when we remember how someone made us feel, they just weren't, or we weren't just lane number 43. We were, Joe and Susan and their 3 kids who have birthday parties, and they know, the center knows the birthday party. They know the favorite beverage of Joe and Susan. They welcome them, and now to Joe and Susan, that becomes rememberable. So now when they go talk to their friends, like, hey, you know what, let me tell you how we were treated when we went to Bowling Center XYZ. I mean, they just took such great care of us. They made us feel part of the family. And so so how can we go to from that one and done to truly becoming rememberable in the eyes of our customers? That's the key.
Okay, speaking of the customer, why isn't providing customer service enough today? Why do we have to go beyond?
Well, first of all, I think customer service is that overarching umbrella. I mean, we should be doing it anyway, every single day. We should be greeting people with a smile. We should be answering the phone, with a friendly greeting. All those things are task-oriented things that we should do. Hospitality, though, is how we make people feel when we perform those tasks. So it's, yes, we should have that greeting, but can we greet them by knowing their name? Or make it a truly sincere greeting? Can we look for little ways to go above and beyond, using these laws of hospitality so that at the end of the day, our customers truly feel like we care about them, that for us, we want them there, we want them to come back. Now, I know we say all that, but sometimes it's truly those little things that we can do. I'm guessing, and I know enough of your centers, they have the big things down pat. They have, the lanes are clean, there's enough inventory of shoes and balls and whatever, but it's those little things that we're gonna do from the second they walk in, to not only through the entire or through the entire bowling, but then afterwards, what are we going to do afterwards? To say thank you, that that we truly appreciate you coming. We want you to come back. Here's why, and that's where hospitality really comes into play.
I've got a bunch more questions, but we're running out of time, and we really need to save some for the summit.
We do.
So thank you, Bob, for spending some time with us this morning and giving us a treat of some of the big rocks from your presentation here for the upcoming summit here this fall. Winter, right?
Winter, yeah. Well, thank you, Colin. My pleasure. I can't wait to see everybody in Palm Springs in January.
That's right. For a much deeper dive into the 5 essential laws of the hospitality to build loyalty and retention and revenue, join Bob at the 2022 Bowling Summit in Palm Springs, California for his full 75-minute learning lab on Monday, January 10th at 2:15 p.m. You're not going to want to miss this. If you would like to connect with Bob and learn more about his black tie experience, you can visit his website at bobpacanovsky.com for more information. As we wrap up another edition of the Tuesday Morning Profit Break, remember, when your focus is on growing people, people will grow your business. We look forward to seeing you next week at 10:15 Eastern for another episode of the Tuesday Morning Profit Break. If you have any questions about today's show or would like additional information, you can reach us at any time at education@bpaa.com. Also, you and your team can watch any of our previous episodes 24/7 by visiting bowlinguniversity.net. Until then, I'm Kelly Bednar. Do for one what you wish you could do for everyone. See you next week.